If you find this summary helpful, start with a free trial for detailed summaries on Apple Podcasts and Spotify using link in descriptions. Here is key point discussed in podcast: How secure attachments actually make you healthy. Adam Lane Smith, Psychology Fact. We have so many things that are supposed to make our lives more convenient, but at the same time, we're more stressed out than ever. He's saying that there's a whole wealth of science out there about how we connect with each other, and that we can actually measure monogamy in people biochemically. We can induce it, we can remove it, we can do all kinds of things. He's also talking about how our nervous systems are shaped by our experiences, and that we can actually change our brain pathways through secure relationships. He's saying that if we can have a secure relationship, we can actually overcome our fears and our traumas, and that we can grow and become stronger. When we have a secure relationship, we feel safe, we feel calm, and we feel like we can overcome anything. He's also talking about how we need to have an executive partnership between two people, and that we need to bring something to the table and be aware of it. We're so focused on our own feelings and our own needs, and we're not thinking about how we can work together and build something together. We can create a world where people feel safe, where people feel calm, and where people feel like they can overcome anything. So, let's dive into the world of hormones and neurotransmitters and how they impact our nervous system and overall health. If you're someone who's struggling with attachment issues, you might be experiencing low oxytocin levels, which can affect your ability to form healthy bonds with others. Oxytocin is often referred to as the bonding hormone because it helps us feel safe and connected to others. But if we have low oxytocin, we might experience anxiety, fear, and a sense of disconnection. Now, let's talk about the impact of insecure attachment on our nervous system. When we don't feel safe or secure, our nervous system can go into overdrive, leading to chronic stress, anxiety, and even physical pain. This can also affect our sleep patterns, leading to insomnia and fatigue. And if we're not getting enough sleep, our immune system can be compromised, making us more susceptible to illness and disease. But here's the thing: our nervous system is designed to respond to safety and security. When we feel safe, our nervous system can relax, and we can enter a state of rest and digest. This is where our body can repair and rejuvenate itself, and we can feel more calm and centered. So, how can we create a sense of safety and security in our lives? One way is to focus on building healthy relationships with others. When we feel seen, heard, and validated by others, our nervous system can relax, and we can feel more secure. Now, let's talk about the masculine and feminine dynamic and how it relates to our nervous system. In a healthy relationship, the masculine energy provides a sense of safety and security, while the feminine energy provides a sense of nurturing and care. When we're in a relationship where the masculine energy is absent or unbalanced, we might feel anxious, fearful, or disconnected. But when we're in a relationship where the masculine energy is present and balanced, we can feel safe, secure, and connected. So what can we do to create a sense of safety and security in our relationships? One way is to focus on building trust and communication. When we feel heard and validated by our partner, we can feel more secure and connected. Another way is to focus on building emotional intelligence and empathy. When we can understand and validate each other's emotions, we can create a sense of safety and security in our relationship. Finally, let's talk about the importance of community and social connection in our lives. When we feel connected to others, our nervous system can relax, and we can feel more calm and centered. But when we're isolated or disconnected from others, our nervous system can go into overdrive, leading to chronic stress and anxiety. So, how can we build more community and social connection in our lives? One way is to focus on building relationships with others, whether it's through work, hobbies, or social activities. Another way is to focus on building a sense of belonging and connection with others, whether it's through shared values or interests. So, there you have it, a deeper dive into the world of hormones, neurotransmitters, and the nervous system. By understanding how our nervous system responds to safety and security, we can create a more balanced and healthy life. And by focusing on building healthy relationships, community, and social connection, we can feel more calm, centered, and connected. They're being told to be domesticated, to be housebroken, but not to be wild or to take risks. They're not being the men they're meant to be. It's not just about being a provider or a protector, it's about being a leader, being someone who can take charge and make decisions. And it's not just about being in a relationship, It's about being a man who can provide safety and security for those around him. They need men who can provide that safety and security, who can be strong and confident leaders. They need men who can be vulnerable, who can be open and honest, who can be willing to take risks and face their fears. It's not just about being in love, it's about being able to communicate effectively, to work through conflicts, to build trust and intimacy. It's not just about being in a relationship, it's about being a whole and complete person. We need to start having these conversations, we need to start sharing our experiences and our insights. We need to start building a community of people who are committed to building secure attachment and living up to their full potential. We need to start teaching people the skills they need to build secure attachment, to communicate effectively, to work through conflicts. We need to start giving people the tools they need to succeed. They're starting to build secure attachment, they're starting to communicate more effectively. They're starting to work through conflicts. It's such a powerful reminder that it's never too late to make a change and that we can always leave things better for the next generation. He explained how anxious attachment is all about feeling like you're the problem and that you need to please others to be loved, whereas avoidant attachment is all about not needing anyone and being a lone wolf. And then there's this subtype called quiet disorganized, which is almost invisible, but it's like being trapped between anxious and avoidant attachment styles. He talked about how we've lost the art of basic human touch, and how even animals can do it better than us. And it's so true, we're always talking about how we need to be more connected and empathetic, but we're not even touching each other anymore. And then Ada shifted talking about how our nutrition and movement can affect our attachment styles and our mental health. He emphasized the importance of getting enough magnesium and zinc, and how our bodies are supposed to be moving and exercising to train our nervous systems for stress. It's just so inspiring to see someone who's been through their own journey and is now helping others to heal and grow. He said that relationships are his medicine, and that when we fix our attachment styles, our relationships become medicine in our lives too. It's just so true, our relationships are what make life worth living. And when we prioritize them and nurture them, we can heal and grow in ways we never thought possible.